hear me? Okay, okay. Welcome to SPOTO live stream today. Hi, welcome new friends. Okay, let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to SPOTO live stream today. Nice to meet you all here. Hello. We SPOTO have been focusing on IT certification training for 20 years, so we always be your best choice. And I have been serving candidates to pass CCIE security exam since version 4. Today we are going to talk about how to clear CCIE security version 6.1 lab exam at this very beginning of the new version. We will see some lab demos and we will share you some tips as well. May you succeed soon, and we are always here to help you. Okay. If there be any questions or concerns you have during learning journey or in this live stream, feel free to ask, and I will try my best to help you. Okay, now let's move on. There are gonna be 4 sections. In the first section, we will take a quick look of Cisco certifications, and then I will explain the lab demos to you. And next, we will check some details about our service content. And I will give you some preparation tips as well. In the last section, you can let me know your final questions if there be any. Hopefully, all of you can get needed info in this live stream. Before we start, you can join our group and ping admin to get free lab demos and other study materials. Also, you can chat with us there for more info. Okay, I will give you some time to do that. Alright, we will share this group info again before the end of live, so you can do that later. Now let's get started, and we would like to share you the good news first. As you know, this is the first pass of CCIE Security New Version Lab exam. As usual as what we have done in the previous versions. And now our solution is far more enough to help you get past. So join us today and achieve your success tomorrow. You can see the first pass was on June 6, 2 weeks ago. Okay, you can see that Cisco certifications include entry, associate, professional, and expert 4 types. And here, maybe you can, there is another one named specialist, 5 levels in total. And now here we are talking about CCIE security. So select CCIE security and get started for it today. Yes, we have the latest solution. As you can see the past report on June 6th. We have a study plan for you later. In later session, you can check the details there. There is no need to learn the old version, but if you already learned that will be great help to learn the current version. Yes, we have 3 months for you. How to get a new demo? You can join our group and pin the admin to get the lab demos and other study materials. Plan to take the exam in October. There will be far more enough time to get ready for this exam. Okay, let's get back to the content. Here we go straight to the one named CCIE Security, and we will discuss more details about it. To earn CCIE Security certification, you need to pass 2 exams. So you need to follow these 2 steps. The first one is to pass the qualifying exam, and the second one is to pass the lab exam. And the qualifying exam, we usually name it written exam. It is a 120 minutes exam, being with normally 103 or 4 questions. The question type is multiple choice question or single choice question or Jack and Jill question type. Yes, we have some candidates going to take the exam in July and in August as well. Okay, our admin will contact you for the latest demos. Please join our group and pin our admin. Okay, we just talked about the written exam, and now we look at the second one, the lab exam, and it is called CCIE Security version 6.1 lab exam. It is an 8-hour hands-on exam and containing 2 modules designed, and the one we simply named it DOO, which is deploy, operate, and optimize. And we will discuss more details about it in the lab demos session later. Here are the topics related to written exam, including 6 domains. The first one, security concept. The second one, network security, and you can expand each item below to build related exam topics for the details. Alright, and the third one, securing the cloud, and the fourth, content security, and the 5, endpoint protection and detection, and the last one, secure network access visibility and enforcement. And here are their range. As mentioned previously, the lab exam is an 8-hour hands-on exam that requires candidates to implement the following things: plan, design, deploy, operate, and optimize dual stack solutions for complex enterprise networks. And here are the lab exam topics. 5 domains. The first one, premier security and intrusion prevention. This is related to ASA firewalls and next generation IPS. Okay, and the second one, secure connectivity and segmentation, is about virtual private networks and trustset. Yes, and later we will show you the past report proof. And we have already showed that at the beginning. Perhaps you miss that. You missed that part. Alright. This is the second domain topic. And the third one, security infrastructure, is about dynamic ARP inspection and syslog, as well as zone-based firewall. Okay, here are the contents which have been tested on the exam. Alright. And the fourth one is about identity service engine. With 25% rate. And the last one is about advanced threat protection and content security. It's about web security appliance, which we will go into configure WCCP protocol configuration and umbrella. Umbrella for DNS security. Okay. And here, the fourth one, we will have the ISE integrated with data center, DNA center, not data center, DNA center. Alright. Yes, this live stream is about CCIE Security Lab. We are also providing CCIE IE Lab as well. It should be EI Enterprise Infrastructure Lab. You can double check with our admin in the group. Okay. Six months study time, that will be far more enough to get ready for the exam. Normally 3 months should be enough. And we have some candidates who have done that within 1 month or around 2 months. So 3 months study time for the preparation should be far more enough. Okay, let's move on. The lab exam format remains the same in the new version, but in version 5, it was contain 3 modules: troubleshooting, diagnostic, and configuration. This is in version 5, and now since the last version 6.0, and the current version, the new version 6.1, it contains 2 modules. The first one is named Design, and the second one named DOO. And you can see some details. The time assignment, 3 hours, and it's fixed time. And the second one, 5 hours, also fixed time. And the format, and the backward navigation within the module. So design is more like written exam. It has single choice question and multiple answers. Single choice, single answer, multiple choice, single answer, and multiple choice, multiple answers, and drag and drop questions. Also, there be drop down menu questions. And you will see the drop down. We have an example for you later in design demos. Okay. Also, this page is about some details about design part. And this page is about DOO part. Okay, let's look at the exam score evaluation and reports. You can join our group and pin the admin to get the demos. Okay. To pass the exam, candidates need to score higher than the aggregated pass score of both modules and score higher than the minimum score set on each of the modules individually at the same time. For example, if the minimum score is 60%, if any one module score lower than this, you will get a failed. Anyone score below 60, and you will get a fail. And so require both should be more than 60, and finally in average, let's say 80%. So maybe 61% in design and 99% in DOO. And this you will get a pass. Overall score. Okay. So this is the content about Cisco certification. After knowing how the exam looks like, now I will show you some lab demos with explanations, and it will be very helpful for your later preparation. Okay, this page and the next page is for physical topologies, and this one is for 5.5.12. Cisco has two types of racks. And this one is about 5.5.12. The interface, the port type of firewall, 4 physical firewalls and 2 physical switches, and all rest virtual devices are all installed on an ESXi server connecting to physical switch 1. Okay, physical topology is only for layer 2 connection. Connections. Okay. And this one is for 5.5.16. You can see the difference between these two racks. Okay. And this is the logical topology presenting all devices, including physical devices and virtual devices. If you have already prepared for the last version before, you will see there is no much difference between them. Here are the devices like web security appliance, DNA center, and attack simulator, as well as identity service engine and AD. Okay, you will see that they have removed router 11 used to be here, connected to router 10, and for email communication, email server 1 and email server 2. In the exam, it is CCIE.com and Cisco.com. These two email communications between these two domains. Okay, but now in the current version, this info are from in the last version, but now in the new version they have removed. Also here, email security appliance has been removed as well. Okay, used to be here. Alright, this is the first one difference, and the second one is the interface of router 16, and they have changed the interfaces, so you need to double check the interfaces and configure on the right one. Okay, and here is the second one difference, and the third one is the routing protocol, and they used to use state rules in the last version, and but now they add errors for OSPF routing protocol, and the other one is this one, EIGRP protocol. One, they add umbrella content here for DNS security. In the fifth one is they removed stillwatch. There is no stillwatch content in the new version. Okay. Or maybe here they give TAC PC for tech security tech is 110. Alright, so you should get familiar with this logical topology by checking with the requirements of each task, and finally figure out get clear to the traffic flows. For example, sales and finance PC, they have requirements for accessing their server respectively, and here we will deploy an active and standby failover, and here we will deploy an active failover. So sales PC traffic will go through like this, and the finance traffic will go through like that. Okay, let's finish this content and move on. Now let's look at demo 1. Demo 1 here includes task 2.1. As we mentioned just now, it's for active and standby failover on these two devices. And task 2.3, active failover on physical ASA 1 and 2 here. For sales PC and finance PC, we finally will deploy an AnyConnect virtual private networks. So before we bring the virtual private network up, we need to configure the basic configuration for the virtual ASA and physical ASAs first. Alright, such as the security level and interface and some rules as well. And task 1.2 is about AnyConnect virtual private network, and we will secure the traffic from sales PC and finance PC to sales server and finance server respectively. Here the last one, task 4.5 it's a new content differently from the last version. It's about device administration with using TACAS protocol. Okay, so you will configure two users. The first one R1 admin and the second one R1 operate. Two users, and finally each user should have its own privilege level and command authorization command set. And I can tell you that for this user, only one command should be allowed. That is show NTP status. While the first one, R1 admin, user should have 5 commands status. Here, okay, only one command, and this user should have 5 commands available for him. Well, alright. Okay, this is the content for demo 1. And you should know the dependence between the taxes. As we said, in order to get the finance and sales PC connecting to the virtual private network server successfully, you need to configure the virtual ASA first. Okay, and the traffic is go through these two devices. So finally, before you verifying the outputs here and here, before the final verification is done, you need to have these two tasks done first. Okay, and this should be easy to understand. Okay, this task is a independent task, separated. So only you will configure the configuration on router 1 and send the task request to Identity Service Engine to get authenticated and authorized. And once get authenticated and authorized successfully, you will get the authentication and authorization profile to have the final access. Alright. And now let's look at demo 2. Same like demo 1, task 2.2 is about active standby failover, and you will gonna configure these two devices here, active and standby failover. And here for ASA3 and 4, you need to deploy cluster configuration. Okay, and here you will deploy port channel as well, and the sub interface. And finally, task 1.3 for clientless SSL with virtual private network. Same line sales PC and finance PC, marketing PC and engineering PC should access engineering here. Finally, connecting to router 14. And the marketing here, router 14 for marketing server, and here for engineering server. Okay. So marketing and engineering PCs should access their own server respectively and securely. Okay. And this is all about demo 2. And here for umbrella, we will have a separate page for this content later, and we will check it at that page. And demonstrate is about task 1.4 about these devices, and we will deploy side-to-side IPsec virtual private network. Okay. And they just changed they just change some requirements for this task, and the rest configuration are almost the same as the one in last version. Okay. This is an independent task as well. And for demo 4, we start configuring task 3.1, and we will configure on these devices. This is a virtual switch 1 and TAC PC, and we will configure 1x authentication about AAA authentication. One of the AAA authentication. And later you will see MAB authentication, which is MAC authentication bypass. And here in the last version, CompTIA is deployed on switch 7. But now in this new version, we should deploy this protocol on switch 1. Okay, so task 4.2 about DNA center and ISE integration. We will create secure tags, secure group tabs on DNA center, and then the DNA center will push the tags into identity service engine to make it work. Okay, and you can see finally TAC PC need to access engineering server, and the traffic is go through next generation IPS. So we will need to allow the traffic by configuring access policy on the device, on this device. Okay, and this one, task 3.5 about syslog, is an independent task too. We will deploy syslog here, and same like the previous version task, they add more requirements for this task. Basically, it's very easy to configure and deploy this task. Okay. Here is demo 5, and we will deploy MAB authentication, the second authentication of AAA authentications, and we will configure on switch 4, and finally CompTIA PC need to access the servers. Alright. And the task 4.3 is about web security appliance, and we will need to configure web redirect on in the last version, in the old version 6, we need to deploy inbound traffic in inbound traffic, but now we need to deploy in egress. Used to be ingress traffic, but now it's egress. Okay. So, and they add one more server. Used to be internet server only, and now they add internet server. The requirements for internet server access as well. Okay. So demo file is about these two tasks. And now let's look at demo 6. Demo 6 is for task 1.5, which is about flash virtual private network with using L2TP protocol. Okay. To expand the networks behind router 16 and router 5, this next subnet. Okay. And task 3.3 should be configured on switch 7. And finally, QAPC is for 31x authentication. And finally, QAPC need to access the intranet server. So you can see the traffic is go through these two devices as well. And task 1.3 should be done first before you can successfully verify the outputs for task 3.3. Alright, and we will have these notes for you in the workbooks as well. And task 3.4 is about dynamic ARP inspection, and it's almost the same as the task in the last version. Still configure on switch 3. Oh, here we miss switch 3. Okay. Switch 3 between router 5 and router 12. Okay, here there is another difference. They removed one connection between switch 3 and router 12 and another connection between switch 3 and router 5. They delete one connection. Okay, only one connection between them. Used to be 2 in the last version. Alright. All these differences will be shared to you after you join us and get started for the preparation. Okay, so no worries. Okay, now let's look at demo 7. And this is about zone-based firewall on router 6. It is almost the same as the last version. We will configure on router 14. So different destinations and different subnets, but the rest configuration are very similar. Okay. And finally, the demo. Let's look at demo 8. It's about umbrella, and it will be the last task on the exam, which is named 4.6 umbrella. and you will need to find out breaks in the PostScript file and fix them. And finally, you can create the internal domains successfully, and then the task is being done. Okay, alright. And this is the one of the tool we said it's like the task format in version 5, troubleshooting tasks. Okay, you need to find out the breaks and fix them in order to get this task work. Okay, and this one also belong to troubleshooting tasks, because the access list configured on switch 3 are configured wrongly. So you need to find out and correct them. Okay, and finally then you can get this task work. Okay. And all these 8 demos are about the second module named DOO. After that, we will take a look at the first module, design. And this is about design topology. And you will see 16 requirements at the very beginning on the exam, which is about tech PC here, TAC PC, and his access requirements. Okay, and pay attention to the headquarters. It is St. Jules. Alright. And this topology is very similar to the one in the last version. Also here maybe one obvious difference. With adding umbrella content inside. Okay. And after this, we will take a look at design the question 4. Okay, alright. And we will try to answer it here. So let's look at the question: which technology components map to the design categories to realize the initial logical solution? Choose all that apply. So look at here, network security. Network security, it should be easy to know, belong to this. Okay. And network micro segmentation is about trust set, right? Here. Okay, and endpoint security here should be antivirus, right? And session authentication should be radius. We use radius protocol to communicate the network device between network device and identity service engine, right? The NAD, right? NAD will send radius request to ISE. Here in the lab will be switch and sending radius request to ISE authentication server. Alright. And resource retrievability should be mapped to DNS, as the purpose of DNS is to resolve the destination address for the server, right? And subsequent addressing should be easily known as dynamic host configuration protocol, and we said it DHCP. Okay, and the network retrievability should be routing protocol here. All right. So this is the correct answer for question 4. For question 4. And here is the question 14 for design. And choose the correct options to develop a very unique addressing configuration for the solution. So this is a drop-down menu. Drop-down menu. You will have these 3 options on the exam, and then you choose this one. Under networking tab, and select this item, right? And go into properties to, in general setting, to choose obtain an IP address automatically and obtain DNS server address automatically as well. Okay, so it is very easy, right? And we provide only these 2 questions for design. You will get 42 questions in total on the exam. Alright. And our solution for design and DOO is very good. It's getting very higher scores. Okay. After the lab demo explanation, we will talk about how to prepare for the lab exam. Okay. Here is about the service package, and you can take a quick look. About materials, we will provide verbal videos and instruction files, as well as tutor supports, and it's 100% cover the real exam. Okay, and as we said, our solution is getting very high score for design and DO each. And material list currently only one set for design and DO each. So it is very easy to get past. And don't miss this very good time for taking the exam, alright? And red hours, we will provide 120 hours for accessing the rest. And it will be through RDP access, remote desktop protocol access. Okay. Okay, allow me. Okay, sorry. Let's continue. And tutor service, yes. And we will have the latest exam info for you. And this is a 3-month service. Okay, you will get these verbals finally. And this verbal will be shared face by face. Okay. And we have created videos for you for each task. And our practice environment is almost the same as the test room environment, which ensures the high pass rate. And we have, as we mentioned previously, 2 types of RATs, 5512 and 5516. And it is the same on the exam, which means Cisco has these 2 types of RATs as well. Okay. And we will have a reservation system for you to book the sessions accordingly. And you will have 60 hours for each rack. Okay. And here is an example. Choose this time slot for practice. Book the session for practice. 8 p.m. And the session has 2 types. One is 4-hour session and the other is 8-hour session. You can book them accordingly. Okay. And here are the only difference between our RAT and exam RAT for 5516 and for 5512 as well, which means is the red items. Okay, the red brands. On our RAT, for this type of RAT, we might have 2 scenarios. Either this interface or this one, but in the exam only this one. Okay, and we have notes for this on the verbal as well. And for 5516, the difference for management interface. Okay. While on the exam, it should be this one, and on our RAT, it is configured on this interface. Okay. And here are the RAT's appearance. It's very easy to understand and very easy to move on to practice the task. You only need to open the empty putty and the other one named connect PCs for PCs access, and here for switches, routers, and ASAs, also as well as security appliances like ISE, ESA, and others. Even though they have removed ESA from the convention, and we have kept this item first to avoid they might have this item added back again in later days. Okay. And about tutor support, we will answer your doubts or questions, and we will follow your preparation progress. Also, help you troubleshooting practice issues during the session. And we will evaluate your performance before you go to take the exam. And surely we will keep you posted about the latest exam info. And we have instructions for you. To start the preparation. Alright. And a study plan and instruction for verbal, direct instruction for FTP, and instruction for video, and instruction for reservation system use. Okay. And here a table for device account. It's about username and password, more like that. Okay, more about that. Okay. And here are the preparation tips. So familiarize yourself with and understand the lab topologies and requirements. As we said before, you need to get familiar with the requirements first, and then figure out the traffic flows. Okay. And finally, you need to get fully understanding or memorizing for the verbal. Let's say what we have configured in the workbook, then you should configure the same on the exam. Okay, and finally get the same outputs. After that, we should be able to get passed easily. Okay, and your accuracy as well as speed should be very good to achieve that. Alright. And the current CCIE number is 68,300XX, and we expect you to become the next one. Also, we will show you some security lab exam fail cases. With knowing this, you can avoid the failure reasons. Alright. Okay, the first one, not practicing according to the plan, which means not well get well prepared. And unsynchronized exam time. And the first one, modify the configuration themselves, which means they did not follow our solution, and they change the solution on their own. The last one is rarely happens, which says the examiner added some wrong point, which means they change your configuration, but as far as we know, they rarely done this. Okay. So be sure to 100% follow our suggestion and our solution, and make an adequate preparation before taking the exam. After that, we should be able to get pass easily. Okay. And here a study plan for preparation. 4 phases. The materials will be delivered into 4 phases. The first 3 are about DOO, and the final one Last one is about design. Okay, 42 questions. Alright, and the first 3 about DOO, 19 questions in total. Alright, and here are the available slots in coming days, which have just checked yesterday. Checked by yesterday. Okay. So you can make a plan for the exam and get started with us as soon as possible and don't miss this great chance. Okay. Once again, this is the proof of the first pass in the world. Okay, we got pass on June 6th. You can verify it. It should be the very first pass in the world. Okay. Alright, once again, we will take a look at our service package. Even though we have solved this before, and here the standard price for the new version is $2,000. After discount price, it will be $1,800. We will provide you 3 months service. Okay, and the materials include these workbooks, videos, and instructions, as well as tutor support. Okay, one set for design and DOO each, and you will get 120 hours. Okay, for lab practice. Alright. So here you can join the study group to get CCIE Security Lab version 6.1 demos again. Okay, I will allow sometimes to do that.